Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Welcome back to my channel. I am thinking today it might be kind of fun to do some stamping and then just make some tuck spots with cardstock and whatnot. I have some pieces of Christmas cardstock from Tim Holtz from last year, and I think we could use these as bases for some tuck spots. So I'm going to set this here on my little guillotine cutter. This is the kit I think I'll play with. I bought it last year and hadn't used it. It's called Festive Sketch, and there is the SKU for it. It's really beautiful. I was sold on the Santa, and I love the ornaments. So I thought they would be fun, somewhere in a journal. So let's just pull it out. And I have my, some of this brown craft paper. It's a lovely weight, and I thought we could use some of it. I also have some bits of fabric. When you have if you buy a pillow and you take the lace off it, or a piece of linen, how about that for noise? Where are my scissors? Here we are, hidden underneath everything. I apologize if that scared you all of a sudden, the noise of it. So pillows are terrific for stamping on. That particular type of cotton. Linen, like I said, for vintage linens that you may not be using. This is from a vintage linen where I've already used the bits with the embroidery on them. They're all fun to use. I'm going to rip again. Pardon me. There we go. So maybe we'll do a couple things on fabric as well. I've got some of my Tim Holtz little distress ink, and I've got some of the Stays-On, which I quite like as well. Okay, I'm going to put the fabric over here. Let's start by seeing how this Santa comes out. He is gorgeous. I think he's going to be quite detailed. So I'm going to use this Midnight Blue. I think we had really good luck with it the last time we stamped. So I will do this. Mr. Arthur and Midge are upstairs curled up together in Midge's bed, so we may have one or more show up down here. This is kind of the quiet hour for them just after lunch. Okay, I think he's covered pretty good. Now, the first time you use a stamp, sometimes it's not quite as good as you would like, but let's give it a whirl. Just put a little bit of pressure, not too much. I'm trying to get somewhat even pressure, so that's not the best, and that's down to me. That's not down to Tim Holtz or anything. I'm going to put this other bits of paper behind it as a maybe that'll soften the area that it's going on to, and that might make it a little bit easier. If you have a mouse pad or something, I don't have one anymore, but a mouse pad or something like that underneath it would work really well as well. So lots of ink everywhere. And you can see I missed his noggin there a bit. So I'm just going to try again. Press the feet. Press his noggin as well. I don't know why I love the word noggin. I just do. Oh, that's much better. So that made a much better stamp for sure. Okay, so I'm going to take that off, set it to the side, and I'll clean that after. It's a little bit busier than I want, so I'm going to try, let's try these ornament, see what we think. This, I should be able to apply a little bit more even pressure. Don't want to rock it necessarily. Oh, look, what a difference. Isn't that lovely? Okay, that's terrific. Well, might as well do another one. Why not? We'll just do a couple of each of the ornaments, and then we'll see about making some ephemera. Okay, that's great. We've got 2 of those. Set him aside. And get this nice one. These, what I like about this particular set is they've got a sketchy look about them. And I don't mean sketchy as in, I don't know. I mean sketchy as in they have lines like a sketch. Like if you're doing line over line. I like that look. And then let's put that one here. Oh, that's great. Really terrific. Okay, so we've got those. I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to do another one of these in the blue, Midnight Blue. I think that's what it's called. Yep, Midnight Blue. And set that down. Oh, terrific. You know what? I'm going to try one on here before I take that off. Put this, I know I have a tendency to start to speak lower. I apologize. It's just something I do. I can't explain it. And I'm just going to set that on here. See how that translates onto the fabric. A little bit lighter, but super pretty. Okay, we've got that. So we're going to take this off. I wish I'd had a bit of a wet one, because that usually it works out really well. Now I'm going to use this pretty red claret, or claret, depending on how you pronounce it. Oh gosh, guys, I'm sorry. Let me just fix that again. I hit it with my foot. So I'm sure the stamping, watching me stamp, is less exciting than maybe something else. Oh, that's really terrific, that color. Isn't that fun? Okay, do another one of those. And remember, if you're using like a lighter paper, then remember I'm using craft paper. If you're using like a white paper or a cream paper, it's going to show even more. I'm going to try a piece of this fabric. This is a finer cotton than the one I printed earlier. So I'll just work on here and set that on the fabric. Wish me luck. Yeah, that's a finer weave, and so it shows much better. So we've got that one there. Oops. And let's take this off. And do we want to do the bell? I think I want to do December 25th on the fabric. Let's see how we like it. That looks really good. Really good. Okay, let's do a couple more of those. Stays-on's terrific because, if I remember correctly, it stays on, as the name would have you think. Oh, that's terrific. I love those. Those are great. And you know what? This is one I could do it this way, couldn't I? Those are great. I'm getting into it here. Okay. So I want to make sure we have time to do a little crafting, so I'm going to set these to the side for now. I'm going to just cut this here and cut it up. So we have this fabric one. Oops, I'm going to move these out of the way too. And I think what I will do is I'll just cut this here. There's a lot of tearing today. And okay. I'm liking it. And then I'll just do a little cut in between each of these, and then they're ready to be used in some way. Take the threads off. Terrific. And how about this guy? It's not quite as bright as I'd like, so I'm going to set him aside, maybe try and restamp him afterwards. I'm going to grab my guillotine and just cut some of these off, or cut these off like that. That's not really straight, is it? That must have been super wonky as we were going. And then I'll just attempt to go somewhat straight. And we're going to just cut that off, just so that they're available to us as little decorative pieces. Now this one is super wonky. And that's my fault. So that's straight now. And then I just want to center this a little bit more, so we have it somewhat even on either side. I think that's pretty good. That one's a little bit better. Spending a lot of time on the prep here. And then that one. And we have these. Let's get these cut. Now, if I make sure I have it straight up there, that should work. And we'll just cut here. Apologies. I get do you do this too? Like when you're really thinking about something, I get quiet. Okay, so we have that one. And I'm just trying to center this guy a little bit. That one. And then we'll do this cutie. I think we could get a little less on the bottom, probably on all sides really. Okay, so wow, it's a lot of time doing all those bits of prep. But I'm happy with that, and I'm happy with the fabric and these bits I'm going to set over here. Now my thought is we could do like a couple of things. I'm going to cut at about 2 1/4 inches. That would make a nice tuck. And where's my ruler? Here it is. How long is this? A lot of my journals tend to be in the 7 1/2 to 7 3/4. So that's about 7 3/4. So we could use that. I might trim a little bit more off. Like that. And I can use that for a belly band in a journal or whatnot. So I think this is 6. So I'm going to go 2-inch strips. Because what I want to try and make are, I'm going to try and make side tucks with those. And then this one would be more of a tuck. I'll do an angle here. But let's look at this and see what we think. I love that knot. Why does that knot bring me joy? So, and on this paper, it looks really, really nice too, doesn't it? So we could have something like this as a decoration. That's lovely too. And then we have a shorter one down here. I want to keep a good part of that. So I want to center this and then I'll trim off the sides. So let's just do that. Where's my glue? Here it is. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. There, that should be a little bit better. And these are going to make fun little side tucks. Oops. Glue on the board. So I'm going to try and somewhat center that. And put that there. Do the same with this. That reddish board makes a beautiful background, doesn't it, for these? Really happy with that. And then, you know what we could do? We could try this. We could go and just kiss cut, like a distant kiss, you know, the kind of kiss you might give to your uncle. Not your grandma. Grandmas want a real hug and a kiss. We do. But, you know, you might be like, I'm not going to kiss my uncle that with that much energy. Sorry, that's not meant to be any kind of a political statement or anything. It's just me attempting to be funny. And I probably have missed the boat, but there you go. It's all good. And set that down here. Just folded it over a little bit. Okay, so we have those. And this one, I think I might want to put that in the center. Like that. Like I'm going to put it, center it, but towards the bottom. Really like that. Now, do we want to bring this over a bit, do we want to put any of our December 25ths on here or something? We could. We could just set something like that there. You could sew around it. So I'm just putting my glue down there. You could use whatever you have that works with fabric. Fabri-Tac is fantastic. But art glitter glue also works with fabric. I'm going to set that there. And I'm going to put this one, I don't know, I'm going to put it up there. Because we don't have to put it on all of them. I just like the look of it. Like that. And you could go, once it dries, you could put it under your machine and sew around it if you want it. So what I do is, wait, now do I want to, I think I have some, there we go. I have some of Sampool's new Christmas labels, and they're lovely. And so we could perhaps use those somewhere. So this is Compliments of the Season. I like that. So I'm gonna just put some glue on here. On that one, just checking the time. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, these really cute plum puddings and whatnot, which I thought was really lovely. Special delivery. I think I want a bit of a different color. The angel's fun. The angel there, and I have, you could put Santa Claus there. You can tell I'm just choosing as I go. We didn't use the December 25th on that one, so we could use that sort of thing. Oh, he's lovely. What if we put Santa here? Okay, I like that idea. So we're going to put Santa on this one. Gosh, guys, did I ask you how you're doing? I hope you're all well. We're doing well. Okay, and do I want anything on there? Something teeny tiny, maybe? I know there were some small ones in here, but I don't know if I've used them already. I've already got the 25. I'm seeing little tiny ones that have the number 25 on them, so I'm like, I don't really want another 25. We could use peace. That would be nice. Okay, let's put peace up there. Okay, and then this one we were going to put this little angel on. Yeah, I like the cutting around the ornament. I think that looks great too. And maybe a bit of Christmas washi. Now I've got my pumpkin out here. I have to hide my Christmas washi from a certain fella who I think we all know, Mr. Arthur, because he has a tendency to attack. He likes to run with the washi tapes, so it's a lot. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here with that because I want it to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And I'm just going to create more of a relationship between these three items by adding the washi right there. And I think that brings it together a little bit more. I want some more over here. I think I might just put it over here. And create a relationship between those three items as well. Like so. And then we have this other one. This one is a another plaid. These are all Tim Holtz washies. And I think I'll put it down here on this side. This is a good use for if you have your glue stick handy. This would be a good place to use it. And I'm going to encroach on the word season a little bit, but that's okay. We know what it says, and I think it still looks nice. And we'll use this one on this side a bit. So set that there, like that. Okay. So this one is meant to be a side tuck. So I would cut it like that. And then I would glue it here and here, and then you can tuck stuff behind it. Sorry, I have things stuck to underneath my fingers. No surprise. Sorry. Let me get my glue, the pin in my glue. And then I will take my, oh, that's not my hole punch. There it is. There's my hole punch. And I'm just going to put a little notch here. So this would go on a journal page and things would go in this way. I often will notch it afterwards because I'm not always sure where I necessarily am going to use it. Now I don't want to encroach on Christmas there, so I'm just going to put the notch up higher because you don't have to have it right in the middle. So that one would go that way. That one and that one, and then this one, we'll put the notch over on this side. Okay, so let's just have a look at how they would look in a journal. So let's assume this is a journal page. So this would go on the side of the page, and then something would slip in there. Isn't that cute? Very, very simple. This would go on this side because the notch is on that side, and something would slip in that way. This would be the same over on that side. I quite like it with the red. And then this one would go on that sort of side as well, and then you would stick something in that way. So yeah, that's it. Those are our fun little stamped tuck spots. Stamped and decorated tuck spots. Thanks you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoy making them. And I look forward to seeing you next time. See you everyone. Bye.